To me, my X-Men. Today, we are doing the X-Mansion Lego, the Lego X-Mansion references. And first off, before I did any of the references in the set, I wanted to show off the instruction book. Because here, there's what is this place, and then there's different languages for that. I'm just going to read here. To the public, Xavier's Institute for Gifted Youngsters in Westchester, New York is just that, a school for bright young people behind closed doors. Charles Xavier and his team of X-Men train new generations of young mutants to harness their powers for the good of all humanity, especially to fight those who seek to abuse said powers. We set out to create a detailed Lego inspiration of this enigmatic learning institute, and with its hidden passageways, flying superheroes, magnificent antagonists, and state of the art technology, you can join us and embrace your own creative superpowers. Welcome to Mutant High. And then it says who wrote that, I guess. Jesper C. Nielsen, Lego Marvel Creative Lead. I'd probably mess up that name. Okay. And then we have this picture. Whoops. This picture. It's the Sentinel. And then explosive powers. And then it's basically that same part, but in two different languages. Over decades and multiple timelines, the X-Mansion has been, looked like it said has been, but said has seen its share of battles and modifications. This model reflects damage to parts of the building's exterior, whether from training sessions or battling enemies. We will leave to your imagination. A constant threat to the X-Men is continued bigotry and persecution by powerful conglomerates who want mutants either eradicated or empowered to destroy the rest of humanity. Few foes have been more devastating than the Sentinel, especially engineered robot enhanced to withstand mutant powers. As if one threat wasn't enough, Magneto is always ready to wreak havoc on the X-Mansion. 2, if you wish to emulate one of the dramatic buildings, the cupola is built to pop off and break into pieces. By the way, this is a Sentinel, that's Cyclops. And the cupola, I guess that's what it says. I'm not really sure what it says. But all that does, I'm going to take Magneto off. Just hold him back here. All it does is just breaks apart. and it's cool. Okay, there's... Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd it go? Hey, there. Okay. Whoops. Put that back on. And that. And that. And then I just made a special little scene for Magneto, and it took me a long time, and that's just extra pieces that I had in the actual set itself. I just didn't want it to fall apart, so I took it off before I did that. Okay. So we got that reading done, and then there's 1, 2, okay, there's 2 more pages to read. This is the next one, basically about the set. What is this place? That's from Wolverine. AKA this guy. The key to our evolution. The Lego xmansion is split into modules so you can build with your friends or family. Much like the X-Men, you can achieve something great with teamwork. You will find references to key characters and events from the comic series. Spanning both floors and left wing is the Danger Room training area. This place is vital for young mutants to hone their skills before facing real-world dangers. You can move its walls with training activities, missiles, rockets, lasers, and chainsaws to change the layout of the room. That should keep our heroes on their toes. On the top floor, a small kitchen area connects to the sleeping quarters. Professor X can retreat to his laboratory to study new mutants or access his most indigenous invention, Cerebro. Before I read the next page, you open this top up, and there he is with Cerebro. It's just a potted Lego plant. They could have done way better with the Power Miners helmet. And it said there's a small kitchen. There is no kitchen at all. There's 1 bedroom. Well, technically 2 bedrooms because there's Wolverine's room and then Jubilee's right next to it. There's a little lab for Beast, and then at the bottom floor there's the entrance. Then you have a little classroom, and then 2 rooms for the Danger Room, which I didn't really like how they did that. Just because Danger Room is supposed to be down in the basement area. I would have rather had, the left side be another classroom and then a kitchen, and then the middle top would be Professor X's office, because really they didn't even do that. They made that into a lab. Then here is the last page. It says a balanced education. And then right here, a little speak box. Mankind has always feared what it doesn't understand. Oh, that was a pretty good voice impression of Magneto. The ground floor is fully equipped to offer young mutants an unpolerated education. Mastering mental and physical mutant skills should be balanced with a deeper understanding of human nature, ethics, history, and sciences. From the lobby, you can access the Danger Room via a hidden sliding door to the left. On your right, the library leads to the classroom, where you can refresh your knowledge of weak and strong anthropic principles. As you know, learning is still a lifelong discipline for the greatest X-Men. Pay close attention and you may uncover secret plans for new missions with the iconic LEGO minifigure heroes Professor X, Wolverine, Dr. Jean Grey, Cyclops, Storm, the Gambit, Rogue, Iceman, and Bishop. You can display the model to reflect one of your favorite storylines or defend the school in new battles against Magneto and the Sentinel. And now, on to the references. Okay. The first reference I'm doing is the bedroom with Wolverine. So, here it is. Trying to get the glare off the screen. In the middle, there's a picture, and it's, well, a tile and a sticker. It's a reference to the first appearance comic book. Then there's this sticker and tile. That's a reference to the classic meme of Wolverine and Cyclops. Frenemies, kinda. And the sword above Wolverine's bed could be a reference to Deadpool or Silver Samurai or Psylocke. It's really just your imagination. And some say it's the Messiah blade that Wolverine eliminated Sabretooth with in the comics. But really, it's your imagination of what you want it to be. For me, I'm probably just going to say it's Deadpool's or Silver Samurai's. I don't really know. Okay. And now, next is the reference on the bottom of the building. So I'm going to have to take some parts off to do that. Okay. So under the balcony part, it says mutatis mutandis. It is Latin for with things changed that should be changed, or once the necessary changes have been made. And now that I did that, putting that back on. Also, the back of that is, if I can get the glare off the screen, it says class left and danger room right. Now, put that back on. think I got it on. Yep, got it on. Right beneath the X-Men logo, underneath the large middle arc, it says established in 1963. That is this piece, and that's just right there. That's the first year that the X-Men made their comic debut. In the back alleyway, right here where my finger is, there's a cardboard box that has the Trask Industries logo on it. There it is. Also, that talk about the sliding door is right there. That's from the outside of it. And then I'll take the top off, and then I don't know if I'll be able to show it. Actually, yeah, I can. Just take that off. Okay. So right here on the inside, you pull on that electrical box there, and then that door opens up. That's a reference to the Fox X-Men movies, how they had that like circular opening door in the movie. And then also in that spot right there, there's Mutants Registration Act papers right here. The news, mutant registration, and they vote no. Okay. Got that part done. Okay. Then the chalkboard right here. Okay. I'm going to take the figures off just in case they decide to fall off. Have to fix up the room though. Because the chairs are all over the place. Got it. Don't remember if that's the exact way it had it, but my imagination, pretty much. So there's this sliding part right here, just like the X-Men door. And that is on that chalkboard right here. It says M-Day. Which is on that chalkboard there. And on top of it, there's like a little TV screen of Beast basically doing like an online class. When you slide it, it says that the Sentinels are attacking. There's also a little picture there of the travel brochure. Looks like to Japan. Okay. Okay. Now this part. Let's see if I can just take it off, because that would be easier. This part here has first appearance, Angel. X-Men comic of the first appearance. And there are some X-Men actually missing in this set. So, from this picture, all the characters in this picture is Angel, Beast, before he got all blue. So it's just like, think of Blue Beast, but just skin color instead of blue. Like tan skin color, like mine. And then Professor X, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. That's their first appearance. So their costumes looked much different. In fact, Jean's costume in the first appearance looked like this. And her name was Marvel Girl. This is a custom I bought a long while ago, and I did have it displayed fighting against a Sentinel, but then I already had a second Jean Grey, so I decided to just hide her in the building. So I'm thinking eventually I'll make different locations from the X-Mansion, and then like I'll do something of the first appearance, and I'll have this version of Jean Grey. Kind of like a mock or something like that. And then this is a picture of opening day of the X-Mansion. Trying to get a good picture of it. That's Magneto and Professor X. Professor X before he couldn't walk. Two of the X-Men's most iconic villains are referenced together. On the back of the blackboard. Put that back on. So right here, this is the other side of the classroom. Wait. No, I think that's on the other part. Where is it? Could have sworn it was there. Oh yeah. So on the other part of here, it would show up on the window. Sort of see, but it's revealed through the window in the back alleyway. Okay. These are a symbol for the Asen Sabanor, which is a code for Apocalypse followers, also as a red diamond for Mr. Sinister. And I wish I could just like get it out easier, but I'm not sure if I can, because I built it into there. Okay, yeah, I can. I didn't think I would be able to. So there's the little triangle, well, pyramid, and then that little red piece there. That's the Mr. Sinister part. Then get that rebuilt. Wrong side. Put that back on. Okay. Medical lab. top off. And right next to Wolverine and technically Jubilee's room right here, there is a medical... Wait, no. Not that part. That's on the... Yeah, that's with the classroom area. Close to there, right here, there's a medical science book, and that's for Beast. That's in the bookshelf. Also there... Wait. No. That's not gonna work how I thought it would. There's a Creole cookbook there too, and that's for Gambit. That's like a Cajun cookbook or something like that. Also, in that classroom, there's a poster here. Important info. And it's Logan Wolverine in the X-Jet, and he's saying, whoosh! Then, is it that one? Yeah, we'll take that way. Got that part fixed. Also in the danger room, let's see, there's 2 rooms to the danger room, so I don't remember exactly which one it was. For Gambit is a couple of different stickers referencing 4 different things. One sticker says UX 266. Okay. And that's this one. Right here. This is Uncanny X-Men issue 266. That's Gambit's first appearance. Also in the danger room, there's a sticker that says 141965. Okay. That must be the other part of the danger room. Okay. Got it. And that is like the missiles, I guess. Which is a reference to the Sentinel's first appearance. Which is this guy. In issue 14 from 1965. And for the TV shows, the Danger Room, we have E921. Which is this one. It has like rockets. This is the Earth destination to the animated shows like X-Men, the 90s X-Men animation, and Spider-Man. E13122. Let's see. Nope, that's not that one. That's this one. Okay, this one has lasers on it. Whoops, that part fell off. Okay. is the Earth destination to Lego Marvel's universe and 2013's Lego Marvel Superheroes video game and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Okay, I will put that right back. Okay. Whoops. Gonna put that part back on. And then put that part back in. And eventually, when I'm able to add to this and make a third story and make it better, I'll take away the danger room, have it its own thing, and I'll use these parts around it. Or I had another idea. I'll make Gambit and Rogue a room, since they're a couple in the comics and stuff, and I'll have the sticker like a part of the wall, like a poster or something. Then Jubilee has a stick of gum in the bedroom right there. And there's 8 different pink studs included, representing a full stick of gum. And there's also a small build of the Statue of Liberty, could be a reference to the Lego Marvel Superheroes game, or from in the X-Men Fox movies. And the dumpster, that's right there. Okay, this dumpster right here, right on top, reference to Toad. Okay, then open it up. You got 2 cutlasses, basically pirate swords. That's a reference to Nightcrawler. Then you have a coin right here, reference to Magneto in the Fox X-Men movies. There's one of the sticks of gum for Jubilee, and then this hat, fedora. It could be for Wolverine, or it could be for Beast, because he's worn a fedora sometimes. So really, whoever you want it to be. Okay. Got it closed. Okay, it's not wanting to close. Okay, got it closed now. Okay. Underneath the X-Mansion, in the middle, there's a Charles Xavier business card, which is a reference to the X-Men Apocalypse movie, where Quicksilver, he ran and he had a card from that. I was just gonna dismantle this for that, but that may take a while. Yeah, that's gonna take a long while. So I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so basically it's a white card and it just says Charles Xavier's name on it. Okay, the roof. That's the middle roof. Take this off. Okay. That's coming off. Okay. Right under here in the roof, right there where that pink, well, lavender looking flower is, that's a reference to Storm's Garden in the X-Men animated series. And honestly, I wish they made that bigger so Storm could actually be inside there, but they didn't. So when I upgrade the X-Mansion, I'm gonna have to do that. From the movies, the door design is very okay, yeah, that was a typo. So that part that I showed you of the X-Mansion door, that was referenced to the Fox movies. That's what I was talking about. The films also. Okay, that is in that part. Up here in the lookout deck, there's a chessboard here. For Eric and Charles, aka Professor X and Magneto, to play, which is in multiple X-Men films and TV show and probably in the comics. Alkali Lake is referenced on the calendar. Okay. Yep, right here. That's Alkali Lake. And then that travel brochure is a reference on the calendar. Wait, no. Travel brochure for Japan in the classroom. Yep. Okay. I'd like to see eventually if I could move these two, rebuild it and put both of these red Technic pieces, into these two holes instead, because from what I've seen with this set, it makes the build not want to connect fully. You'll put the two other parts to the set on, and then it's like pushing against it, like it doesn't want to be there when it's built to be on there. So eventually, when I'm building the upgraded version, I'll do something about that too. Alright. And besides that, I'd like to show some of the customs and stuff. So here's Magneto. The reason his helmet is off and he has hair on there is because since the helmet is metal, I decided to add the helmet with the bunch of metal that he has there. And he just goes on top. And this is the beginning of Iceman and his ice ramp. Just extra pieces. And that's also the first appearance of Iceman. I like the first appearance, but I kind of wish they went with the blue, like translucent blue, just because I feel like that would have been cool, but we got Iceman. I like that fine. And that's also the version that's in the animated Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends animation. And I like that animation growing up. Here's Rogue, has a custom head, and I have a way better Rogue, but I just put the custom head on the official figure because I didn't really like the custom head they used. And then here's Bishop. It's the official gun, but upgraded, made really awesome. Made way better than what they did. All they really did was take this blaster piece seen multiple times and a couple studs, and that's it. I made it into this awesome, like, futuristic blaster thing. Then put him back on there. Yep. Oh, this piece fell off. I think that's like that. No, it's like that. Okay. Yeah, okay, got it. The Iceman back on. Then we got Jean Grey here. That's the official version. I am glad we finally have an official Jean Grey, because the only Jean Grey in real Lego they had was I think it was Dark Phoenix. It was the green suit she had when she was the Phoenix, and that goes for like thousands of dollars or something. So I'm glad we got this, but it just honestly lacks the printing. There should be like printing on the arms and legs, but there's not. And I got a custom Lego of Jean Grey a while back, and there's another video that I did showing all the customs and stuff I've done. That video is called Lego X-Men Update, I think it is. And you can just go into my channel and look at that and watch that. That's a cool video that I did. Put her back on there. And then Cyclops is completely from the set. They did a fine job. I mean, they really didn't need to add him. They should have just given us Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Angel, Toad. They could have given us many other characters, but I mean, I wish there were more characters, but I like what they did. The legs is really the only part I don't like about Cyclops, because the hips are not completely yellow like they should be. They're blue. Whoops. The stripes, those are fine, but they completely forgot the boots. Like, why do all that if you're just gonna not do the boots and the hips? Like, but what? Then here's this optic blast. Optic blast. Boom. That piece there. Put that lamppost back on. Then the Sentinel. Honestly, for the price that they did for this set, I feel like they should have given us a second Sentinel. Because, I mean, he's an army builder, so, type character, so he should at least get a second one. Okay. Then got this Wolverine here, and I got the Gambit. And that one scene where in X-Men 97 where Wolverine, he is running and Gambit is on his back, like throwing cards and channeling through Wolverine, I guess, and making his claws become like his explosive magic, I guess. And it's like that, but how I did it, I just, since I wanted to use the motorcycle for something, I just put Wolverine in the motorcycle, and then just put Gambit on top of him like that, and then just had it in an action pose, basically. That's all, everyone. Remember, like and subscribe to not miss another awesome video. Comment if you enjoyed. Also, if you want, comment who your favorite X-Men character is. I was going to say something, but then it went away. Make sure the post notifications are on. You have the choice to have them personalized or just all post notifications. Goodbye, everyone. And remember, oh my stars and garters!